All right, guys, we're going to give a little understanding today when it comes to renewable resources. So this is just a pump gas. See, I've got empty tubes here. We're going to go ahead and fill those up to the line, just enough to where we can see them. Now what we're going to do is we're going to treat our fuel, one with a fuel enhancement, they call it, or an additive package. It states clearly that it controls moisture in the fuels. So it's 1 ounce to 8 gallons. I kind of over treated just a little, sorry about that. And this is water. There's a little tiny bit of water in here. It's just tap water, just to understand. So if we have a fuel, this is the non-treated, we're in spec if it's clean, clear, and bright. Still in spec with the fuel enhancement or add package in there. So now we're going to introduce the condensation that naturally comes from the environment. 1, 2, 3 drops. 1, 2, 3 drops. Now we're going to look real close. I can't see that side of the camera, so hopefully you guys can see that bubble in the bottom. And it's kind of small. This is the untreated. This is the same bubble in the treated fuel. I don't know if I can hold my hand there if that makes a difference. But you can see that it's in there. So now we're treated. We're going to go down the road. Now we have this smokiness. ASTM standard states that we have to have clean, clear, and bright in order to be operable. And we take the other sample, we start going down the road. Clean, clear, and bright is something that's kind of lacking. So this is the untreated fuel. Now, we take a look at this, and if my cameraman would assist me and tell me how close we need to be to see this properly. Is that good? Is it focusing? All right, so now you can see we have this layer. So this bottom layer, because this is gasoline, it's 114 octane ethanol. And this right here is between an 83 and 84 octane gasoline. But this says it controls the moisture, which is fine. I'm glad it states that, but didn't control the renewable resource that we have in our fuel. We have ethanol in gasoline, and we have biodiesel in our diesel fuel. So we're gonna grab a gear real quick. Let's take a look at this. Let's say that this is our biodiesel, because they're both hygroscopic and they can both fall out. And this is our petroleum diesel. This right here is 121,000 BTUs, and this is 138,000 BTUs. Blended together gives you a slighter lower BTU content, but when they separate, guys are constantly asking this question: how is it that a head gasket fails? Well, if you have this 120,000 BTU fuel going into cylinder number 1, and you have this 138,000 BTU fuel going into cylinder 3, now you have pistons that are not working in harmony. So a lot of guys are, hey, that's just what we have to deal with. So I guess if you prefer, you can replace the head gaskets, or you can utilize Primrose fuel enhancements. They're terminal grade products, and you can see real close. See if I can get this one up here. This is the untreated fuel. This is just for an understanding, guys. So when we treat our fuel, now we have our renewable resource is being managed. And you can see that it's actually being picked up and it's put back into suspension, so now we have a consistency. So for a real quick understanding, which do you prefer? Clean, clear, and bright, smoky fuel? There's our treated with Primrose products, commodity brand enhancement. Not so much. Well, don't get alarmed too much, guys, because we can always take care of, we pick up slack where others can't. So we can treat it with our Primrose fuel enhancements, which are terminal grade, and we can start to see a totally different result on our fuel. Now, we can go down the road, and we get a consistent burn pattern, which will assist with less soot in your oil, less soot in your diesel particulate filter, and it keeps emissions compliant. It also keeps all warranties compliant. So look forward to your feedback. Thanks.